Welcome back, folks. We just had the cloud come over, so our temperature cooled a few degrees. We are live in Oak Hill. You can see Legends Highway behind me. It's dry. Traffic flowing smoothly on this Thursday evening. What about the rest of the work week, though? Any showers and storms in the forecast? Let's check out current conditions across the region right now. And what we do have is a viewer-submitted photo. Louise sent this picture from Fayetteville. You can see the clouds were in and out, even north on Route 19. Thank you very much for that photo. Maybe capture a sunset photo and send it to us. There's a couple of sprinkles moving along the Route 19 corridor lasting about 5 or 10 minutes, but as we zoom out of it, we have high pressure to the west, and what that means is clearing skies tonight and some patchy fog since we all had some rain. Next weekend, storm potential on the horizon. It is to the north and west. That first storm brought areas to the south about 1 to 2 inches of rain, but locally about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. It is 71 degrees outside, 70s in the upper Mississippi Valley. We don't have any major heat waves. That heat in Texas is going to stay there. Latest drought monitor, the Corn Belt continues to suffer from a dry summer, impacting agricultural interest there. But as we zoom in closer to home, the only drought worth noting is along the I-81 corridor and I-270 corridor. That, though, is east of the Appalachians. No drought concerns. Aches and pains. Maybe you felt the pressure lower this morning as the storm came in. The pressure's increasing. Not too bad, pretty stable through the weekend, and then early next week we hit that dip as a cold front comes in our direction. Chasing the weather pattern here going forward. Tomorrow, maybe a thunderstorm late in the day, 20% risk of that. Same on Saturday and Sunday. But the big weather story going forward is the next cold front that's going to plow across the Midwest, bring us showers and storms late Monday, and then we dry it out, cool it down Tuesday and Wednesday. So your complete 7-day forecast, 84 degrees tomorrow. So yeah, on the warmer side. Keep in mind, though, the average high this time of the year is in the low 80s, so not too far from average. Going to be a warm and humid weekend, a late-day thunderstorm. If you get one, it's going to last 10 minutes, be gone, and then the rest of the evening will be dry. We have the Perseid meteor shower. Check that out early Sunday. The sky should clear enough that you should see multiple meteor showers if you escape city lights, which is pretty easy in this part of the country. Next week, showers and storms late Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, we are cooler and less humid with temperatures down into the 50s. If you've noticed, I haven't mentioned the tropics much at all lately. That's because we have had a lot of Saharan dust that's flowing across the Atlantic. But NOAA says there's still a good potential for at least 14 named storms. They updated their outlook, and I spoke with Matthew Rosenkranz from NOAA with the latest.
We have increased the chances for above normal activity to 60% from 30%. The likelihood of near normal activity has now decreased to 25% from 40%. The chances of a below normal season are now at 15%. We are now predicting the likely ranges of tropical storm and hurricane activity to be 14 to 21 named storms, of which 6 to 11 could become hurricanes, and 2 to 5 of those could become major hurricanes.
We've only gotten to D, Dawn, so Emily is next on the list, and we've gone through the whole month of July and early August without any tropical systems. There's been a lot of Saharan air coming across the Atlantic, decreasing that threat. But is that going to change anytime soon, Matthew?
When you look back through data, going back to the mid-90s, so 20, 30 years of data, Saharan air outbreaks do peak in early July, and then they typically will fade off in both their intensity and frequency as the season goes on. National Hurricane Center, as far as the second part of your question, the National Hurricane Center does review last year's or the activity during the past year. So they may determine that there was another unnamed subtropical storm out there if it had an eye. But it would depend on many criteria, such as the wind profiles around the storm. Was it in many of the quadrants of the storm, and all the things that would define it as having tropical characteristics or not. And as far as those characteristics, the staff at the National Hurricane Center determines the naming, unnamed, or not naming of a storm or a system during the review process. So they'd be the best to answer the question as far as.
He is referring to that low pressure that was off the coast that brought all that rain to the Bluefield area Memorial Day weekend. They're going to go back and analyze that and see if that was indeed a subtropical storm. Of course, we will have more news right after this break.